Recently, I met a classmate in my elementary days. And after the usual kumustahan, he said, "You remember when you gave a report in our religion class and you shut all the windows and doors? The classroom became pitch dark. Then in a loud voice you said, 'Let there be light.' And suddenly, you turned on this big flashlight and brightened the room." That was one of my favorite memorable experiences in grade school. Honestly, I do not even remember doing that, but my classmate did. It dawned on me that experiencing light in some form, especially after going through darkness, must truly be a source of wonder and comfort. Nung mga bata pa tayo, ano ang reaksyon natin pag biglang sumindi yung ilaw after a brownout? Sumisigaw tayo ng yehey! What do we do first at night when we enter any room as we open the door? Our hands automatically reach out for the switch and turn on the lights. In our gospel, Jesus made the blind see. Let us try to imagine how someone who was born blind must have lived all this time. Pure darkness. It was not only that he could not easily go where he wanted, or that he could not appreciate how people and things around him actually looked like, or that his world literally had no colors in them, but that in addition, during his time, people would see blindness as God's punishment. Being blind must have felt like walking with a placard saying, "I am a bad person and I am being punished." In short, there's that stigma. Kulang na lang sabihin sa'yo na, "Ayan, masama ka kasi." Or kasi yung mga magulang mo makasalanan, pinarusahan ka tuloy ng Diyos. Today, we regard the blind as people with special needs. Obviously, at that time, di pa uso ang concept and practice of inclusiveness. But then, Jesus opened his eyes and he was able to see. He must have wanted to shout, "Yehey!" too. Unfortunately, he was deprived of that usual experience of wonder, or that it was rather short-lived, because as we heard from the gospel, the neighbors and those others who used to know him as a beggar, ang mga dakilang marites sa kanyang paligid, made an issue out of Jesus' miracle, to the point that even his own parents could not openly celebrate about it. They couldn't really have that yehey moment out of fear of the Pharisees, who predictably questioned him in an effort to put to a test the credibility of Jesus. Fortunately, the blind man knew how to answer. We know that God does not listen to sinners, but if one is devout and does his will, he listens to him. I think those lines speak volumes about his faith and confidence in the love and mercy of God. It's as if we can hear the words as they were being spoken with strong conviction. Of course, we are not sure whether he was intentionally there for Jesus, or he just happened to be there when he passed by. But if we were to base it on his statement, if one is devout and does his will, he listens to him, we can infer that, 1, he is humble enough to acknowledge that he is a sinner. 2, he is obedient or tries to be obedient. to what he believes is God's will. And third, he is confident that with one's persistence to be and to do good, God will show mercy. From a layman's point of view, what can we perhaps learn from this blind man who was able to see? The blind man taught us to never give up on our faith and to never lose hope, because God listens. In life, darkness can come in many forms. Your spouse left you for someone else. Your children disobey you and only listen to their friends. Your studies stresses you out or causes you too much pressure. Your employer treats you unfairly or takes advantage of you. Your finances are in bad shape. Your health is poor and failing. Sometimes, however, we have to admit that darkness can also be self-inflicted. We fail to see our God-given talents. We refuse to overcome our insecurities. We fail to see the love of our family and friends. We are too focused on ourselves. We fail to see our blessings. We are overcome by greed. Thus, we may live in darkness and be blind because we do not see many things, including the power of trusting God's love and mercy and coming to Him with humility, obedience, and the confidence that with persistence, He will listen. Part of the reply of the blind man who was able to see was this: if this man, he was referring to Jesus, were not from God, he would not be able to do anything. Rephrasing that, we can also say that if we were not from God, we would not be able to do anything. But we are from God. Hence, we will be able to do anything. And that includes getting out of those forms of darkness caused by others and overcoming blindness that we inflict upon ourselves. In the words of Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, people are like stained glass windows. They sparkle and shine when the sun is out. But when the darkness sets in, their true beauty is revealed only if there is light from within. The Gospel gave us a very clear RX on how we can be healed of our blindness, to be devout and to do His will. The second reading reinforced earlier this reflection with the lines, "Live as children of light, for light produces every kind of goodness and righteousness and truth." Try to learn what is pleasing to the Lord. Take no part in the fruitless works of darkness. Isa sa mga paborito kong sinabi ni dating Senador Raul Roco ay ganito: kahit anong parte ng katawan, kapag hindi nasisinaga ng liwanag, tinutubuan ng mikrobyo. In the same manner, huwag nating hayaan na tayo, bilang bahagi ng katawan ni Kristo, ay tubuan ng mikrobyo o maging mga mikrobyo mismo. Hayaan nating sinagan tayong lagi ng liwanag ng Diyos at maging liwanag din sa iba pa. Sa umpisa, nabanggit ko na parang natural na sa atin magbukas ng ilaw kapag pumasok sa isang silid na madilim, o ang sumigaw ng yehey kapag natapos ang brownout at lumiwanag. I want to call that our yehey moment. And hopefully, that yehey moment will constantly remind us that seeking and wanting the light is inherent in us. After all, we are from God. So let us always strive to be true to our nature.